Okay, so thank you again, everyone, for joining today's Choose Grad York session put on by the Faculty of Graduate Studies at York University. So today's session is called Coming to Canada. It's intended for international students who have never studied in Canada before, maybe never visited Canada before, to familiarize yourself a bit with Toronto, with Canada, and with the educational culture here in Canada. So throughout the presentation, if you have any questions, please put them in the Q&A. We're happy to answer them. Today's presenter will be Uzma Khan, who is the Associate Director, Graduate Recruitment and Conversion at the Faculty of Grad Studies at York. We will be recording the presentation, and you'll receive an email later today with instructions on how to be able to access recordings, a survey about this week's events, and so on. So before we get started with the presentation, I'll do a land acknowledgement for the land that we are currently on. You'll find that this is very common that Canadian institutions will do this to honor Indigenous peoples who were caretakers of the land before the rest of us came. So First Nations peoples have lived on this part of Turtle Island for millennia, stewarding the land, the water, and all that contributes to life in this region. Today, the culture and presence of First Nations, Inuit, and Métis communities enrich the lands and people of this territory. More than 2 centuries ago, the Mississauga people welcomed settlers to this territory, providing sustenance and engaging in trade and commerce. Today, York University campuses are located on the Toronto Purchase Treaty Number 13, lands and territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, and lands of the Anishinaabeg of the Williams Treaties First Nations. Our campuses are also situated on the traditional territories of the Huron-Wendat and the Haudenosaunee. Treaty history is foundational, and it is our collective responsibility to honor the land as we honor and respect those who have gone before us, those who are here, and those who have yet to come. We are grateful for the opportunity to be learning, working, and thriving on this land, and we commit to learn the truth and be active in the process of reconciliation. Thank you very much, and Uzma, over to you.
Thank you so much, Eileen, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or almost good night to everyone who has joined from wherever you have come, from wherever you are in the world. Welcome, and I am genuinely excited for you. So, choosing to pursue graduate studies in Canada is not a small decision at all. It is incredibly brave, it's ambitious, and honestly, it's going to be life-changing in ways that you probably don't even recognize yet. So today, I'm not going to just talk to you about academics. I want to talk to you about the experience, the growth, the preparation, the real challenges, and the incredible opportunities that are awaiting for you. Coming to Canada is not just about earning a degree or a qualification. It's also going to be about becoming a different version of yourself. You're going to become stronger, more independent, and more globally aware. That transformation, it starts long before you land at the airport. So we're going to cover what this experience will demand from you, how to prepare in practical ways, the benefits that you can expect, and the challenges that you should be ready for. My goal is that you leave today not just informed, but more confident about what lies ahead. Next slide, please, Eileen. A life-changing experience. So living and studying in another country changes you in very real and practical ways. You're going to be exposed to diverse perspectives in your classrooms. You're going to have the opportunity to collaborate with peers from different academic systems and cultural backgrounds. You are going to be expected to think critically, to ask questions, and to actively contribute, and not just observe. Graduate education in Canada is built around independence. You are not just receiving knowledge, but you are expected to engage with it, challenge it, and then apply it. There are going to be moments of discomfort, and it is good to prepare yourself for those moments in advance. You may possibly miss home. You may feel out of place at times. You may question whether you're doing things the right way. You're going to figure out if you are catching up, if you are behind, if you are ahead. How does everything fit together? That is part of the process. Over time, you're going to develop resilience, you're going to develop independence, and a certain level of confidence that only comes from navigating unfamiliar environments successfully. The relationships that you're going to build through your graduate journey, with classmates, with professors, with supervisors, with roommates, with people that you will interact with, getting your morning coffee, perhaps, they are all going to become part of your long-term professional network. This experience shapes not just what you know, but how you think and how you will continue to show up in the world. Next slide, please. All right. Preparation is a key for ensuring that you will be on the path for success. So, preparation, it makes a significant difference in how smoothly you will transition. Academically, take the time to understand your program expectations. Know the structure, the workload, and how you will be assessed. Graduate studies require consistent effort, strong time management, and the ability to work independently. The more that you are aware about your program and the expectations of your professors and peers, the less surprises or shocks you're going to encounter. Practically secure your housing early. Familiarize yourself with banking systems, ensure you understand your health insurance coverage. These are foundational pieces that are going to allow you to settle in quickly. So make decisions after research, whether that's, housing on campus, whether that's staying with a relative or friend, whether that's, in a different part of the city, a little bit away from the campus. Look at your options in advance so that you do not make a long-term decision based on a moment of panic. All right. There's a lot of information that we, as the Faculty of Graduate Studies and the university, have put out there to ensure that your transition is as well informed as possible. All right. Culturally, while Canada is diverse and inclusive, there are professional expectations. Being on time, being punctual, communicating clearly, and maintaining academic integrity are essential. These are the standards that you are expected to have throughout your graduate education. Mentally, and again, this may sound repetitive, prepare yourself for independence. No one will manage your time for you. You will need to prioritize, plan, and stay accountable to your own goals. You may be coming from a different culture. You may be coming from a different structure of support where you may have had family helping you out, friends or so. And this might be the first time that you are truly going to be alone in a different country. So make sure that you give yourself time to adjust. The first few months can feel overwhelming, new systems, new routines, and new environments, and that is completely normal. Preparation will not remove the challenges, but it will give you the stability to handle them well. And at York University, we are aware of the journey that you're going through. You are not alone. We have put processes in place for you to feel supported. And my colleagues will put in the chat different resources that you can access throughout your educational journey to make sure that you feel that you are supported and you are making use of all the resources that we have for you. Next slide, please. All right, benefits of studying in Canada. I'm sure that you've done a plethora of research on this already, but let me put in my 2 cents here. So Canada offers a globally respected graduate education journey, and you are going to be looking at a lot of strong research opportunities and meaningful connections to industry and professional communities. Beyond reputation, though, the real benefits are going to be in your development. You're going to be gaining adaptability, the ability to function in new and changing environments. You're going to be building cross-cultural competence, understanding and working effectively with people from different backgrounds, different cultures, different levels of understanding. You're going to develop professional confidence, the ability to communicate, present, and advocate for your ideas. You're also going to gain exposure, new ways of thinking, career pathways, new possibilities that you may not have considered before. Be open to the fact that you may be constantly changing your mind and opinion. And that's where the real growth lies, the ability to disagree with respect, you know, understanding that your way or what you've been exposed to so far may not be the only way, right? And that is one of the key takeaways that you get from the exposure that you will gain. Employers value international graduates because you have already demonstrated initiative, resilience, and the ability to succeed outside your comfort zone. Personally, you're going to grow in ways that are hard to measure, but definitely impossible to ignore. The degree matters. The mindset and the perspective that you develop alongside it, though, are going to be the things that set you apart from people who have never taken the risk to leave home, travel across, the ocean or the border, and give yourself the opportunity to feel uncomfortable, but still keep yourself motivated to really enhance yourself as a person, as a professional, and continue to excel in research. Next slide, please, Eileen. All right. Now, there are several challenges to be aware of, and it is important to approach this experience with a clear and realistic mindset. Again, preparation will ensure that you are coming in without feeling that you are having to adjust in real time, right? Canada's climate can be challenging if you are not used to it. Investing in proper winter clothing will make a real difference to your comfort and daily routine. Financial management is one of the key things that can help reduce a lot of stress in your graduate journey. Living costs can be high, particularly in larger cities. It is advisable that you build a budget early and you understand your expenses and be intentional about your spending, right? It's always nice to have a little extra money left to splurge rather than be in the opposite situation. Academically, expectations are high. You are expected to manage your time effectively, meet deadlines, and engage critically with your work. Emotionally, you may experience homesickness or even a sense of isolation at times. That is a normal part of adjusting to a new environment. We have a beautiful campus that is beautiful in every season, right? Take a walk, use this time as a goal that you must achieve, but really, use this as an opportunity to enjoy your experience as a student as well. Use all of the opportunities and the resources available to the full, to the max. You will look back at all of these challenges one day and be so proud that you were able to adjust to weather that might have gone from plus 40 degrees to minus 30 degrees. You manage homesickness and being away from friends and family, and you manage cultural or religious holidays away from familiarity. You learn how to manage your budget on your own and still be able to meet your deadlines, and that you might be coming from a different academic settings, but you excelled in another one. So, again, challenges are part of the experience, but they're also what will make the experience meaningful. Next slide. Thank you, Eileen. Right. And like I said, embrace the journey. So before we close, I want to pause for a moment, and I want you to give yourselves a pat on the back and be proud of yourself for getting this far. For many of you, you may be the first in your family on either one side or both to pursue postgraduate education. You might be the first to get a passport made, the first to board a plane alone, the first to look at the destination thousands of miles away and say, I am going there for my dream. That is not a small thing to do. Be incredibly proud of yourself. And for some of you, acknowledge that this is not just your dream. It might be the dream of your parents who never had the opportunity to pursue or go down this path. It might be the hopes or the silent prayers of your grandparents. You may be fulfilling something that generations before you could not. And as you step on this journey, you are going to be changing the legacy of everyone in your family who will come after you. Treat this opportunity like the privilege and honor that it is. Respect the struggle, respect the hard work, and respect the sacrifices, both yours and theirs. But stay humble and then excel. Recognize that you are about to change the route that your family is going to take in the future. Whether you stay in Canada, move elsewhere, or return home, you're not going to be the same scholar who left. And even home will feel different when you go back. That is growth, that is transformation. Take full advantage of this opportunity, not just academically, but personally and professionally. Build relationships, explore opportunities, push yourself when it feels uncomfortable. I wish you all the very best in your international postgraduate journey, and I truly look forward to welcoming many of you to York University in fall 2026. I'm going to now open for any questions that I could answer or my team could answer, and we are here to welcome you with open arms.